Are you ready to celebrate? Here we go. Yeah.
Think about it. There must be a love down in the heart, oh hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside my heart, look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world is fair. We walk blind and we try to see, falling behind in what could be.
Here we go. Sing it with us.
Woo! Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep thinking of worlds are turning. And we're just hanging on, facing a fear or standing out there alone. I yearn it, and it feels good to me. There must be someone who's feeling for me. Things look so bad everywhere. In this whole world, what is fair? We walk blind and we try to see, falling behind in what could be.
Here we go. Sing it with us.
Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. I could rise above on a higher love. I will wait for it. I'm not too late for day. Until then, I'll sing my song to cheer the night alone. Bring it. I can light the night up with my soul of fire. I can make the sunshine from pure desire. Let me feel that love come over me. Let me feel how strong it could be. Woo!
Here we go.
Oh, bring me a higher love. Sing along, everybody. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep dreaming of. One more time. Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. Where's that higher love? I keep dreaming of. Bring me a higher love.
That's our Freddie.
Hello. How are we all doing tonight? Isn't this an amazing occasion? We're pretty excited here. Band, amazing, aren't they? For some of you, you don't hear them very often, but we get to hear them every Sunday, so it's awesome for us. So I'm here as the president of the board, and I'm very honored to be here tonight. Because someone very special in my heart is being celebrated, and I'm very thankful for that. And I'd like to welcome you all to this amazing celebration. It's an honorary doctorate of divinity for you, Reverend Karen. We're very blessed. And I'd like to welcome everyone here, ministers, guests, family, and then, of course, our amazing congregation to celebrate this amazing occasion. So, thank you. And I'd like to bring up Dr. Bob Dean next.
In the form of.
Please. I don't know where you were.
The first of many surprises tonight. We bless Dr. Bob Dean wherever he may be on the planet. My name is Reverend David Goldberg, and it's a joy and an honor to be with you, Dr. Karen. Thank you so much. And it's also my honor to introduce the ministers who have taken time out of their schedules to join us to honor Dr. Karen as well. So if you would please stand as I read your name, and kindly hold your applause, and we'll shower them with love when we're complete with this portion of the program. First, Reverend Norm Bouchard, Senior Minister, Center for Spiritual Living, Colorado Springs. Reverend Dr. Roger Teal, Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader, Mile High Church. Reverend Barbara Bew, I'm used to CO as Colorado. Co-spiritual leader, New Thought, Northern Colorado. Reverend Jody Bushdecker, New Dawn, CSL. Reverend Barbara J. Butler, Focus Ministry, Global Outreach Connections. Reverend Wanda Gentili, Colorado Springs. Reverend Mark Gilbert, Global Services Coordinator, Centers for Spiritual Living. Reverend Mary Jo Honiotis, Global Outreach Connection. Reverend Debbie Holmes, New Thought, Northern Colorado. Reverend Jenny Illig, New Thought, Northern Colorado. Reverend Sherry Jensen, Co-Spiritual Leader, New Thought, Northern Colorado. Let's hear it for Northern Colorado. Sorry, I broke my own rule. Reverend Kathleen Lenover, Founding Minister, Education for Abundant Living. Reverend Marilyn Lewis, Center for Spiritual Living, Parker. Reverend Karen Lindgren, Minister on the Loose, New Dawn, CSL. Reverend Marla Regal, The Inspired Business. Reverend Jody Stevenson, Institute for Richer Living. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. I'm sorry? And Reverend June Welsh, my apologies.
Good evening. I too am standing in place for Dr. Bob Dean and am delighted to speak to you, Dr. Karen, about this symbol of what you have achieved, and that is your doctoral hood. Now, throughout many ages, humankind who have been dedicated to the light and to the truth have taken on shawls and hoods as an outward symbol of their unwavering commitment to the Spirit and to truth. And so this symbolizes that which you have achieved. Now, I am here to tell you that this acknowledgement is only given in our movement to those who have highly, highly distinguished themselves. And I am so blasted proud of you. And as I've watched you for so many years and worked together with you, I've seen your heart. I know your heart. This is overdue, by the way. In my own humble opinion, way overdue. And I just have always respected the solid work you're doing in this wonderful community and what you have also done in Aurora, in your leadership in Aurora. Oftentimes when it wasn't an easy time, and you let your ministerial heart guide and in such an impressive way that all the ministers in our movement could study and draw inspiration from. So this hood, as you wear this at ceremonies, at baptisms, not around the house, but as you wear this, I trust that you'll feel that deep, rich heritage in the universal subconscious of all those highly dedicated beings who came to this planet to serve God and to alleviate the suffering of humankind. And I know that as you wear it, you'll distinguish yourselves and rise to even greater heights. So may I place this upon you? I figure out how to do this is the next thing. ministers will spend a half an hour doing all of this. Congratulations. The Reverend Dr. Karen Pascal.
Well, after that highlight, we're now going to have an opening prayer, right? And I'm not Dr. Kathleen Vogt either. And we bless her and know that she's well tonight. But we are setting the consciousness, and let's do that by darkening the lights and going within. As we shift in our awareness in this moment, from the busyness and the actions taken to get us here and all that has transpired in the preceding moments, including that outpouring of love for Dr. Karen, we simply allow ourselves to shift in this moment to that sense of peace and joy and oneness. We allow ourselves to tap into that divine flow that moves in and through each and every person here, every person on the planet. And as our awareness shifts into that flow of the divine energy, that love energy, we allow our hearts to open in love. Allow our hearts to break open with that sense of glorious love for all, knowing that this planet needs our love so much. And as we bring our sense of the loving vibration in this particular sacred space tonight, we know and sense and feel the love that is here this evening for Dr. Karen. Knowing that the love that has poured through her and all of her work for so many years, through this glorious community of New Dawn, and through this particular sacred location, the love that has come through her and cascaded out and touched each and every one of us, that loving energy is now flowing through us and flowing back to Dr. Karen this evening, enveloping her in that glorious sense of peace and joy and goodness, allowing her heart to sing with the joy of a life lived perfectly, allowing herself to accept this honoring this evening, this outpicturing of love from each of us to her, that she is just an open vessel for receiving it, and that our heart is overflowing with that loving energy. And so I know for each and every person here this evening, as we move through the proceedings of the next few minutes, that all of this continues to touch and open our hearts, that our loving energetic flow that is directed towards Dr. Karen this evening continues to expand and grow in our own lives, that we see and feel and sense that love for Karen and feel it for everyone. Certainly for those significant people in our lives. But as it cascades out to everyone, those in our sphere of our lives, and outward to this planet with which we started. For we know that the work and the love and the joy that is done here this evening is a joy that spreads across planet Earth, bringing healing, bringing happiness, bringing peace. And so I just know this for each and every one of us, that our hearts leave here tonight flowing with that divine love, and that we each make the difference in the world in our own perfect way, just as we recognize tonight that wonderful way that Dr. Karen has made a joyous difference to us and so many thousands of others. So for this joyous celebration and the time to come together in honoring Dr. Karen, I just give thanks. Give thanks, and I release these words into that divine law, into that flow of loving energy, just knowing that it is multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. Life is good, and we give thanks, and so it is.
Well, I am Reverend Wanda Gentili. And so our first reading is from Donna J. Stone. The most visible creators are those artists whose medium is life itself, the ones who express the inexpressible without brush, hammer, clay, or guitar. They neither paint nor sculpt. Their medium is simply being. Whatever their presence touches has increased life. They see, but they don't have to draw, because they are the artists of being alive. This is Dr. Karen. Our second reading is from John Lennon. There are two basic motivating forces, fear and love. When we are afraid, we pull back from life. When we are in love, we open to all that life has to offer with passion, excitement, and acceptance. We need to learn to love ourselves first, in all our glory and imperfections, warts and all. If we cannot love ourselves, we cannot fully open our ability to love others or our potential to create. Evolution and all hopes for a better world rest in the fearlessness of an open-hearted vision of people who embrace life. This is Dr. Karen. And our third reading is from This Thing Called You by Dr. Ernest Holmes. The desire you have to be something, to do something, is a mental echo in your mind of the spirit which already exists within you. It is the spirit in you seeking an avenue of expression through you. This is the self that can heal the sick and raise the dead. It is transcendent, triumphant self. This, too, is Dr. Karen.
Do you think you owe it to yourself to look inside of you and take the time to realize what you are here to do? Do you think the time has finally come to stand and face the fire, to walk into the blazing sun and claim your heart desire? You were placed upon this earth with a mission to complete. The time has come to stand up strong and claim your destiny. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true, even when there is no hope. So it seems, move in the direction of your dream. Do you think that you're not good enough to be a shining star? And to think because the road looks tough that you won't get that far? Do you believe that only some are great and others left in the fire? Or maybe that it's just too late, a futile circumstance. You were placed upon this earth with a mission to complete. Now the time has come to stand up strong claim your destiny. You must move in the direction of your dreams and act as if they've already come true, even when there is no hope, so it seems. Move in the direction of your dreams. When the world goes like it's crashing, crashing all around you, and the clouds are darkening your day, well then just be still and know that there's something deep inside you that will always know the way. You must move in the direction of your dream and act as if they've already come true, even when there is no hope, so it seems. Move in the direction of your dreams. Move in the direction of your dreams. Of your dreams.
Come to the song, come to the dance, bring all you are, bring all you be. Come with your voice, come with your heart, come and journey with us. Come and journey with us. Come, let the sun fill up your eyes. Take the time to look around and love, just love, and walk with each other. Come and journey with me. Sing it with me. Come and journey with me. Come and see, come and be all you are and all you can be, and leave all behind and calm your mind. Come and journey with me. Come and journey with me. The great invitation of coming to journeying with this powerful community, New Dawn Center for Spiritual Living. You see, Dr. Karen, before you ever came to this planet, you were chosen. You were destined to do this. You are not alone in this. There is a powerful, powerful prophet from the Hebrew Scriptures, which also was given this invitation and seemed to have the same answer that you do. And so the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I dedicated you. A prophet to the nations, I appointed you. Ah, Spirit, I said, I do not know how to speak, for I am too young, and I'm just a nurse. And Spirit said, oh, Dr. Karen, nursey, nursey, nursey. To whomever I send you, you shall go. Whatever I command you, you shall do, and you shall speak. Have no fear before anyone, not a congregation, not your peers, no one. For I am with you. And then Spirit extended its hand and touched your mouth, saying, see, I place my words in your mouth. This day I set you over nations of Aurora, kingdoms of the east, way east, to root up and to tear down, to destroy and to demolish, and most importantly, to build and to plant. Jeremiah fought this call from day one. And in the midst of the struggles of Jeremiah, several times in this text, it reverts back to the original invitation where Spirit had to echo back into Jeremiah's heart that you are to do this. And so I say that to you, Karen, because you are a very close friend of mine. And I have been with you through thick and thin. And you have been with me through thick and thin. You are called to answer this powerful call of being a doctorate. Now, doctors have a rich history in the church. And the church, I mean the original church, which was the teachings of Jesus, not the institution we see today, but rather the master teacher who taught a very simple gospel about love. You see, doctors were always chosen for several reasons. First of all, they were chosen to make the comfortable uncomfortable. Doctors were also chosen for their wisdom because they stood out in a community as someone who had incredible wisdom, who had that divine heart that they listened to. And finally, doctors were always chosen to preside over the teachings of church. My friend, you are a doctor. But I want to say something to you that's very important. No doctor has ever been successful who remains comfortable. Every person that I know who has risen to greatness in the power of loving has had to move out of their comfort zone. And so when you were invited to move out of nursing, I remember what you told me about that. I bet you're sorry you ever told me. In that comfortable sphere as being a nurse in which you were very comfortable, there was something deeper that was calling you. And so tonight I want to say to you that there are 3 different kind of comfort zones that I have watched you do. The first one is a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. And so to stay in nursing was not her destiny. So there's a powerful little story about seeds, and Dr. Ernest Holmes, of course, loves seeds. And the 2 seeds laid side by side in this fertile spring soil. The first seed said, I want to grow. I want to send out my roots deep into the soil beneath me and thrust my sprouts into the earth's crust above me. I want to unfurl my tender buds like banners to announce the arrival of spring. I wish it would come. I want to feel the warmth of the sun on my face and the blessings of the morning dew on my petals. And so she grew. And then the second seed said, I am afraid. If I send my seeds into the ground below, I don't know what I will encounter in the dark. If I push my way through the hard soil above me, I may damage my delicate sprouts. What if I let my buds open and some snail tries to eat them? And if I were to open my blossoms, a small child might pull away from the ground. No, it is much better for me to wait until it is safe. And so she waited. And early one morning, a little hen scratching around in the early spring, looking for food on the ground, and promptly ate her. You are the first seed. You have always been the first seed, because you have realized that if you remain comfortable, it will never happen. It will never grow. Your call that the prophet Jeremiah knew so well, the fear of what happens when you simply remain. You inherited a community, New Dawn Center for Spiritual Living, that had some interesting history to it, if you remember. I too know this story. For the community I served in fired their last 4 ministers. But this is what I've learned. You must risk. Dr. Karen, you must be that first seed always. And so when you are in doubt, remember who you are. You are Dr. Karen, who was formed in the womb by the divine essence itself, that has asked you to step forward and lead a community, most importantly with your heart. Dr. Elizabeth Lombardo, one of my favorite writers, is a therapist, and she writes the following. She says, people who regularly seek out fresh experiences tend to be more creative and emotionally resilient than those who remain stuck in routines. Never be afraid, and know that you have this community and us to help love you into saying yes, to understanding that nothing ever grows when you're comfortable. Every minister that sits here knows exactly what I'm talking about, and every person that is sitting here knows this, that when you and I sit in a comfortable space, nothing will happen. That we are called to move in the direction of our dreams, even when it looks like we shouldn't. The power of that invitation makes all the difference. Maya Angelou puts it this way. Most people don't grow up. Most people just age. They find parking spaces, they honor their credit cards, they get married and have children, and call that maturity. What that is aging. Someday, those who are wise will be old enough to start reading fairy tales again and change the world. Dr. Karen, it is your destiny to read fairy tales. The fairy tale of believing that if you can see it and trust it, it will be created. The fairy tale of believing that you are never limited. That the power that you possess and the power that we possess moves us in every direction beyond what we ever thought was happening. Secondly, life begins outside of your comfort zone, said by Wayne Dyer. You were thrust into this without permission. On July 20th in 2012, 12 people were killed and 70 others were injured in Theater 8 and 9 in Aurora Century 16. And on that powerful night, a hero was born. That out of the midst of that, there needed to be a heart space called New Dawn Center for Spiritual Living, where hatred was not an option, where acceptance and the power of healing became the fertile soil. A hero is someone who steps up when everyone else steps back. And in that comfort zone that you stepped outside of, you, the ordinary Karen the nurse, found strength and perseverance and endured in spite of overwhelming obstacles. And you called the Aurora community, along with many other leaders, to be present, to listen, to respond, to heal, and most importantly, to forgive. That is the heart of a doctor. That is the work of spirit, radiating, living, moving, having its being through you, through this community, Far East community that you are. Our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes, talks about practitioners, and I love the word practitioner because it insinuates and tells us that we must constantly practice. Ministers are nothing but glorified practitioners who dress in interesting outfits. And this is what Ernest Holmes says about a practitioner. A practitioner is continually standing before the grave, a limit, in active thought or situation, and some dead hope that is before them, some apparent lost cause whose door is sealed with fear, doubt, despair, and uncertainty. The question begs to be asked, who shall roll away the stone, and who shall tell the dead hope to come forth, to be resurrected and to be born again? That is the work of the practitioner, who speaks with assurance and certainty, despite the causes that seem to show up. Dr. Karen, that is exactly who you are. That is exactly what you have taught me when we have breakfast together and when we share our life stories and our struggles in ministry. It is you who tells me that, and now I get to tell you that. I get to tell you that what you did for the Aurora community has made all the difference. And when you gather Gandhi, and when you work with the police department in Aurora, you are doing the practice that Ernest Holmes has called all of us to do. That despite the conditions that show up, we must open that door of the grave and whisper hope and have the courage to let go of fear and move in the direction of the dream that we know is true. I have watched you do this over and over as you mentor other ministers, interesting ones. And this congregation has loved them, and they have grown. Third and last, outside of your comfort zone is where magic happens. When you have the courage to move outside of where you are comfortable, you then are in the pliability of the universe that is called magic. A magic that can create and shape lives so differently. Eric Butterworth, many years ago, wrote this reflection that I think has your name on it. A college professor had his sociology class go into the Baltimore slums to get case histories of 200 young boys. They were asked to write an evaluation of each boy's future. In every case, the students wrote, "He hasn't got a chance." 25 years later, another sociological professor came across the earlier study. He had his students follow up on the project to see what had happened to these boys. With the exception of 20 boys who had moved away or died, the students learned that 176 of the remaining 180 had achieved more than ordinary success as lawyers, doctors, and businessmen. The professor was astounded and decided to pursue the matter further. Fortunately, all the men who were in the area, and he was able to ask every single one of them, "How do you account for your success?" And in every single place, with their heart wide open, they began to say, "There was a minister." That minister was still alive. So he sought her out and asked her, as old as she was incredibly alert, what was the magic formula that pulled all of these boys out of the slums into this incredible achievement? The teacher's eyes sparkled and her lips broke into a gentle smile. She said, it's very simple. All I did was love them." Karen, all you have done is loved us. And now you have a fancy robe. Dr. Karen, you are that minister in the story. Your magic is love. because you have bothered to open your heart to a community and be vulnerable. You've allowed them to see your weaknesses and your strengths. And this new Dawn Center for Spiritual Living is where, together with this powerful community, you create magic. Every Sunday, every week, in every memorial, in every counseling session, when people are hurting, when they're laying in the hospital, you create love. You create magic. Tonight, I honor you, first and foremost, as my friend. And secondly, I honor your heart and your passion of ministry. Thank you for moving in the direction of your dreams. Thank you for showing us what is possible. And so tonight, I close with a powerful quote from a woman I admire very much, who is soon to be a saint. Her name is Mother Teresa. And she wrote about you. Spread love wherever you go. First in your own house, like you do with Steve. Give love to your children and your grandchildren and your mom. Next, do it to the neighbor next door whom is challenging. Let no one ever come to you without leaving better and happier, be it a bar or not. Be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness is your face. Kindness is your eyes, Dr. Karen. Kindness is your smile. Kindness is your warm greeting. For every time you spread love and kindness, God is present. Dr. Karen, you are the place where God lives, moves, breathes, has its being. You are the place where God shows up. And it sounds like this. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Join me. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. We are that place. We are the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. We are the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. And so this evening, since ancient times, anointing has been used to designate sacredness, the place where the energy of spirit radiates. For when you anoint a person, it means that they have been chosen. They have been empowered to do the work of the divine. This evening, we anoint Dr. Karen that she may always know that she has been chosen, strengthened, and empowered. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. So, Dr. Karen, we anoint your forehead this evening that you may always have the thoughts of the divine that are aligned with high consciousness. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. And Dr. Karen, we anoint your hands this evening that you may always do the work of the divine that is within you. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God, I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Send your hands over Dr. Karen. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Dr. Karen, you have been anointed and empowered. May the Spirit who has begun the good work in you bring it to completion. And so it is.
Your friends and colleagues who weren't able to be with us in physical form tonight. Dear Reverend Dr. Karen, what a joy it is for me to join in the celebration and recognition of your honorary doctorate degree. This honor is in recognition of your years of dedicated service, not only to your beloved New Dawn Center for Spiritual Living, but to our movement as a whole. More importantly, it is an outward recognition of the consciousness you bring to the planet. From the creation of New Dawn and all it takes to start and maintain a thriving spiritual community, to the connectedness you have made in Aurora and throughout Colorado and beyond, the depth and breadth of your commitment to your ministry is readily apparent to all. As Dr. Holmes wrote, the great mystics have all agreed that an individual's life is theirs to do with as they choose, but that when they turn to the One, they will always receive inspiration from on high. As your connection to your own divinity is recognized today, may you continue to inspire all with whom you come into contact as you are continually inspired. Yours is an extraordinarily powerful ministry, and we are grateful for your service. On behalf of Centers for Spiritual Living and the hundreds of thousands of people whom we touch on a regular basis, thank you for all you do to help us achieve that goal. With great admiration and love, Reverend Dr. Ken Gordon, your friends and colleagues at the Centers for Spiritual Living.
I'm from the farthest east, Aurora. Now you get it. This is a serious song now, so. that you alone are worthy. It's you who placed this longing in my soul. My soul's desire is to be used, an empty vessel longing to be filled by you. My sole desire is to serve you, Lord, to do your perfect will, to work each day and to build your kingdom. This is my soul's
You. Dr. Kathleen Vogt, of course. I wish she could have been here. I spoke with her, and she wasn't feeling well, and I wish you would have, my community, my New Dawn community, I wish you'd had a chance to meet her. She's a marvelous woman, and she's been with me almost as long as Roger. My teacher and my friend, and she, along with my dear friend, Reverend Marla Rigo, chose to nominate me this year. So I want to say thank you to Kathleen and thank you to Marla. My community doesn't know this is the third time, you know, and I thought, you know, that's really not too bad. I think Peter Cater's been nominated for Grammy for, I don't know, probably 80 sometimes, and he's pretty marvelous. So I guess, you know, 3 times is good. But so, Reverend Mark Gilbert, thank you very much for the nomination. My dear, dear, dear friend, Reverend Norm Bouchard, thank you. And of course, Marilyn Manassi, who has been, boy, she's been fierce in making sure that it's gotten written up and sought counsel and everything else. So thank you for the nomination, but thank you for being there always, no matter what, no matter what. If I say I want to do something, you don't look at me like I'm crazy. You turn around and look at me, you know, but you do what you can to get it done. And Dr. Roger, thank you. Thank you for being my minister for so long. I remember walking into Mile High Church and calling my mom up afterwards and saying, Mom, there's a church that's taught me everything you taught me all my life. I found where I was home. Between you and Dr. Fred, I say to Dr. Marjorie all the time, I grew up at Mile High. So thank you for always being there. Thank you for being a teacher, marvelous mentor, and a good friend who's always, always there for me. Thank you to my community for giving me the
leeway, I guess, to do what I do, to love you no matter what, to teach me how to love, because I didn't know how, to open my heart so that I could be there for Aurora. I really believe that I owe it to New Dawn and all of the people within this marvelous community. Thank you to my love. He does exist. Don't look at him. Those of you that have done emergenetics, he's blue-green, which means he has no touchy-feely. But I could not do it without him. He has said to me, if anybody had any idea the amount of time that it takes to be a minister, they wouldn't believe it. But he knows, and he supports it. When I'm not there for dinner, when I'm not there for weekends, when I'm not there for, and not there for, and not there for, and not there for, he says it's okay. So he's always right there with me to support me, to love me, to remind me who I am, and just to be the most amazing man I've ever met in my entire life. So thank you, my love. My son's here to love and support me, so I'm grateful for that. And my mom and my dad. Because I know that he would be right there, tears running down his face, giving me a great big hug, just telling me congratulations. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. And you know, it's really, for somebody who was not going to be a minister, I was, I wanted to take a class from Dr. Marjorie. That's the only reason I did this. Really. But I was told that I couldn't take her class unless I was enrolled in the School of Ministry. So I said, okay. But like Jeremiah, I tried to quit 3 times. Dr. Kathleen would know that, because I faxed in a resignation, and she didn't get it. This was not my vision. And I thought about it, and it's your talk and everybody's talk, I think that direction got turned when I said, where thou leadest, I will follow. And that's what took place. But I'm really sad to hear that I can't get comfortable, because I've really been looking forward to that. It's a myth. It's a myth. But I want to say to all of my spiritual community that truly this honor that I'm receiving for all of you. Because we have loved together, we have grown together, we have changed together, and we are now being called to even greater. Because this is not a stopping place, this is a beginning place. What we have done, we've done well, and we are called to do even more. And so I give thanks for everyone who is here, everyone who's not here. I heard from a lot of people they would have liked to have been here, but we are here because we have great work to do. But I want everyone to remember, as I always remember, it is not I, but it is the Father within that does the work. To God be the glory. I love you. God bless you.
So these are These are flowers from our community. We love you, and we're so thankful to have you in our lives. We're so proud of you, and we're very excited to see your future, if that makes sense.
You're a part of it. Thank you.
So can you say this prayer with me? Where I am, God is, and where I stand, God is standing strong, and where I breathe, God is breathing life in and out and through me. As me, and where I sing, God is, and where I dance, joy lifts my feet, and where we live, beauty's flowing free, in and out and through me. That's me. And where you speak, truth is. And where I cry, God is the comfort there. And where I seek, God is the answer, here and now, forever and ever and ever. Here comes where you speak. Truth is, and where we work, love is our career, and where we play, God is playing volley, in and out and through me. That's me. And where I am, where I stand, and where I play, and where I work and breathe and move and speak, where I sing, where I dance, my dance, wherever I go, where I pray and take and give and live.
Thank you, because you inspire me. So let's just take this in, this energy in this room, this feeling of love, this, all of this, and hold it. Raya Mountain Dreamer wrote in a poem about, don't tell me how much money you make. Tell me that after a bone-bruising night when you are tired and weary that you will get up and do what needs to be done to feed the children. And that's what Karen does. And so I know tomorrow she will get up and she will love this community and she will teach from her heart and from her soul, and she will share from that place. And so my prayer in closing this evening is that in those places where you're weary, because there will happen again, that this night comes back to you and amplifies that place of spirit, that place of love, that place that simply holds you, the divine holding you from behind and around and through, so that you can keep on doing what needs to be done. And in those moments of joy that also come, oh, those beautiful moments of the joy of ministry, that this night amplifies them 1,000-fold, so that you can hold them every single day. And so I just simply give thanks for being part of this, for being this in this space this evening that holds so much love and respect and kindness, knowing that we all go forth from here inspired and changed and doing what needs to be done. And if you'd like to join me in that, please do so by saying, "And so it is."
Okay. We're gonna leave here dancing. Gotta dance and sing along with Freddie.
Dr. Karen likes this song.